Actually, no, I'm the biggest troll, and I just make up a lot of stuff on the spot.
I do. Except when you do StarCraft analysis, you're usually
except StarCraft. That would be bad if I made up StarCraft. You're like, this is the sickest 7-minute, 42.55 second timing ever. Okay, normally this comes around 4.5 seconds slower. I don't know how we squeezed out those seconds, though, Frodan.
For those of you who don't know, Andre really is a huge troll, kind of like Chef. Except when it comes to StarCraft, Andre is very serious business.
I am.
He's so serious, he spells it S-R-S.
Surus. Surus.
Let's go to the top left corner, where Violet is spawning as a purple Zerg from Team Azubu, which is a Korean company. They also sponsor lots of other esports teams or individuals. He's playing, I believe, from getting ready to go to Valencia from DreamHack. So Violet's still making the time for NASL. We really appreciate it. Violet was our #1 invitee to come to NASL, along with Tasia MMA and DRG. In the bottom right, we have from Team Empire, it's BeastyQT. Not BeastyQT, but BeastyQT.
BeastyQT.
Yeah, he's a Green Terran. And Beasty is a guy that he has a lot of potential. And I think I like the way Mr. Bitter phrased it. He says, Beasty can be one of the best foreigners if he's got the right attitude. He's almost like a Terran version of Idra, in a way. Like if you can just get the mentality straight, because Beasty's got ridiculous macro abilities. For a long time, he only played macro. He never really cheesed. But then he started incorporating more cheese plays and increasing his diversity. And then people saw his ability to micro very well. And Beasty has very good decision making. He's got good logic. He's got good reads on his opponent. And he's got even very smart stylistic things. Like in TVP, he hides the 3rd command center and mines out like a base on Protoss' side. And Protoss never scouts it, and he hides information extremely well. So I think these kinds of things show that BeastyQT has very good tools to make it far. But he even says so himself. He's just awful at lands. Like he never shows up to play for some reason. And that's why I think NASL is a place for Beasty to shine, because he doesn't have to perform in front of people, doesn't have to worry about his conditions, because for people who don't know, Beasty is allergic to gluten.
That's very difficult to actually travel around all over the place. Obviously, if you don't have the right diet, I don't know if you guys know this, but diet is actually one of the most important things. Diet, sleep, exercise. Yeah.
Isn't like everyone goes to Denny's at like MLGs?
Yes, it's the worst
Everyone
thing
goes
possible.
to Denny's at MLG. I can't fathom it.
It's like, no. Get some cereal for breakfast. Make sure you eat a good hearty meal for lunch. Not too hearty, but hearty. And you know, just relax at dinner time. Get a nice snack. Make sure that you're hydrated the whole time. Don't really push it. Oh my God, Violet, what are you doing? What are you doing, Violet?
Oh, wow. Very early Roachwarren. He's got to command center first. He's going to go for a Roachwarren. Wow. Oh, Violet. See what I'm talking about, though? He's he's willing to punish his opponent so quickly. And this can either end really quickly in favor for either player, or Violet can just do a lot of damage, get a huge advantage, and drag it out to the mid game where he just gets super far ahead.
Now, this build that BeastyQT is doing is supposed to punish very, very fast 3rd bases. I don't know how it fares against Roaches, to be completely honest. I haven't seen too many situations. Sometimes I actually think the Roaches are going to do really well. Sometimes I think that the Marines are going to do really well. It's all going to come down to micro, though. We're going to see in a little bit. Normally it's 7 Roaches that the Zerg gets, but look at this. He's going even higher than that. And by the looks of things, I feel like he's just going to go Roach Zergling, and that's it. He's not going to actually drone behind this, because that's a lot of larva to be saving up. No, he's actually going to go additional. Nope. Okay, drones directly after this. He could have made this a little bit more efficient, but still, it's fine.
Beasty's poking to see if Violet's responding with a fast 3rd hatch in response to his command center. He's going to scout. There's no 3rd.
This is so bad for BeastyQT.
His Roaches are going to catch the Marines out of position. And that means he has no defense back at home.
Very smart.
And Beasty's double gassing. 3rd command center. Oh, man.
No, this is very smart. Look at this. 2 bunkers are placed. And you might say, wow, BeastyQT hacks? No, he sees, okay, well, the 3rd base isn't taken. What else can my opponent be doing? And it's going to be a Roach pressure. And normally, in this situation, Violet is going to go ahead and actually take this 3rd base, but he can't do it because, of course, Marines are situated over. This is a great position. But, oh, can he get the barracks down right now? This is going to be so close. But no, there's enough SCVs. Now he needs to pick off the SCVs. That's going to be the #1 thing to do.
Yeah.
He can still snipe these barracks though. That's the good part.
And force the repair to stay on it. Your a great read by Beastie. It's just that I didn't know if he would be able to have enough Marines back at home. Just because Beastie did go for 3 barracks. And he actually quad gas. That's like the big thing. I wasn't sure if he's going to spread himself too thin, but now Beastie's also making a tech lab on the high ground so he can also get Marauders out. Now Beastie is losing minerals behind the repair, but it's not that big of a deal considering that how much Roach is invested initially by Violet. Violet's also teching up to lair and quad casting himself, so after these Roaches are done being useful, I think that she's just going to sit back and macro, but Beastie hasn't been able to really make SEVs at this point either because he's been scratching for minerals.
Yeah. And what BeastyQT reads right now is there's no third base, so it's going to be a continued all-in. That's what he thinks right now. But we know there's a third hatchery going down to keep up. That's going to enable Violet to actually switch over drones really, really fast whenever he takes his third base. On top of that, he has a lot of different options. Spire Tech, that is so interesting, knowing that your opponent has gone for Marines in this early game stage. But I think what Violet is saying is, well, normally, you know, Spire Tech is going to hit and your upgrades are just so good. But realistically, BeastyQT, do you have the capabilities of getting that fast of upgrade? And the answer is no. And since this Spire Tech is pretty early, it's going to hit around 11 minutes. That's going to be actually really, really nice relative to, let's say, something like the 13-minute mutas, which is what we're normally seeing in this day and age of metagame, which is used specifically to take out drops.
Well, we do see that the third base is being stalled because of the bunker. That's a very nice little, you know, just like you said, to deny that third and see the timing of it. And that gives Beastie the reassurance that he can actually move out his third soon, too, if Zerg is moving out for his third. But he doesn't know about this Baneling nest, the mass switch into mutilating Bane, apparently, from Violet.
Yeah, and that is going to catch BeastyQT so far off guard. As you can see, no turrets up in the main, and there's really no reason for him to actually think that there's something like mutas inbound. But BeastyQT going to sit out now, and he thinks his opponent is actually droning up. This is actually kind of incorrect, I would say. You don't want to be pushing out here. Your opponent is very capable of still doing 2-base all-ins, knowing that they've been on 2-base for so long. You have to be careful. It could be Infestor Zerglin, could be Muta, it could be Mass Roaches still. This is just a very, very tricky thing to actually be pushing out here.
Oh, man. Beastie's salvaging almost all of his bunkers. Nope, he salvaged all of his bunkers. And he's going to be able to really pump out a huge amount of production. Now starting to add on a lot more barracks. Just trying to poke around here. I mean, he really doesn't have any ability to attack the third. He knows it. Violet just has way too many answers to it. He knows the initial roaches still exist, and this count of Marines with Queen and even Spine support is almost too much. So backs off, just takes off more tracks. See if he's going to expand again. Great positioning from Beastie and good scouting information. Violet at the same time. His drone count's not that good, Andre. He's got more Zerglings than drones.
But it's okay. It's going to even up right now with these mutas, and they're doing a ton of damage to these SCVs yet again. Actually, well, the Roaches were the first time. Now taking out this one critical supply depot. Obviously, it has 16 supply rather than 8. And also delaying the armory, which is, again, this game so powerful. And look at this Zergling run by into the third base. It's going to stall these Marines and Marauders from getting over to these mutas for quite a long time. And look at that. Armory was actually canceled. Did he remake it? No, he did not. And it looks like a big... Whoa. Got to be careful. But Violet, obviously, way ahead just because of these mutas.
Yeah. And the thing about Violet is that he doesn't even have to make any more mutas. He can just... He knows his opponent is going massive amount of early bio.
Oh, might get the good surround, and the Banelings can crash here.
No, Beastie not paying attention for just a split second, loses almost everything. Oh, that is so much damage. He's going to lose a third. So many fresh mules were dropped on those patches, Andre.
And his economy is just dying right now. Those mules, that's exactly what you have to focus on. And here we can see the Marines that were trying to just scare away those mutas are going to come back here. That's his only army. The Zergling's just surging in. Violet, just way too powerful. Doing Zergling, Baneling, Roach, and Muta to win the game. GG gets called out.
Textbook aggression from Violet claims him the series. And that is the Violet that everyone fears, because he's capable of early aggression into making another opening so that his follow-up aggression is even better. Wow.
That's exactly right.
Very well done.
I mean, the range in which Violet can actually play is so substantial. Normally players just stick to one thing: Infestor, Zergling, Roach, Zergling, Baneling, something like that, and they get all the timings down. Violet is able to play a wide range of styles and still be so successful at the top tier level. Unbelievable play from Violet.
Lauren, what did you think of that match? Did you like it for game number 3?
I thought it was great. For a minute there, I really thought that Violet was going to lose it for a split second. But then he came in and he just murdered his opponent.
Yeah, well, he was able to really, and I like that he's playing it like ZVZ. And what you do in Zerg versus Zerg is sometimes you only make a little bit of mutas to make your opponent overreact. But even the little amount of mutas he makes very effectively. He can do a lot with a little. And that was very impressive.
Do you know what you should do, Lauren? You should actually send this replay to Stefano and show him how to actually beat you for future games.
Right, because you beat Stefano TVZ.
You did beat Stefano TVZ.
I think Stefano could use some helpful hints.
That's right.
For sure. All right, guys, make sure that you stay tuned for what's coming up next. We have Alicia versus Gonzi. See you soon.